If you're brand new on the call, I just want to say thank you to our incredible guests. A big shout out and a thank you to all of our independent sales representatives out there sharing this incredible card. I'd like to say thank you for taking your time tonight to hear this important message, ladies and gentlemen. I think you'll appreciate it too. Our product is really this beautiful little metal debit card. Let me do that a little bit better for you. That is the boss toss, and that is what this call is all about. Essentially, it is about our money. The reality is there's a new debit card sold in the U.S. alone just about every 5 seconds, all loaded with tons of fees and essentially zero benefits to the end consumer. We enjoy, produced by Mr. Troy Mason out of Houston, Texas, a major brand prepaid metal debit card, Visa or MasterCard, those are our choices, that you can use anywhere with elite benefits and cash rewards, but none of the normal off-the-rack card fees. Everyone uses credit or debit, especially with the internet, which makes us better than a bank card, safer than a credit card, and already identified by millions of people all over the world. We're the only prepaid luxury 1-ounce metal card that even exists in this market space today. We're backed by a 22-year-old privately held company that basically handles the research and development, all of the website aspects, commission tracking, order fulfillment, call center customer service, shipping and receiving, and much, much more. We can earn dinners, shopping sprees, cars, vacations, and a whole lot of extra income for simply showing other people how to get this beautiful card. There is no competition. There are no credit checks. You absolutely will be accepted, and you will definitely save money. You'll know it when you hear it because this card is metal. Now, this card even has a secured trade line of up to $10,000 to help you establish or repair your credit, and it comes with a personal checking account and routing number and even a savings account, so everyone is bankable regardless of their prior history. Our Black Card includes a very friendly user marketing website system, so in addition to being a card holder, if you would like to make extra money in person or anywhere your mobile device takes you, this card is definitely for you. We even offer a loyalty bonus, folks. So your investment simply begins with a one-time $90 out-of-pocket and just $20 a month to operate your business website and create a massive passive residual income with a franchise-style business model that everyone can plug into right at your fingertips. It's so easy. All we really do is share good information about a product that people need and can actually get excited about. And after all, nobody wants to be sold anything, but people do want to make a good buying decision based on information presented to them and know it was their choice. I've been using this metal card now for years, and I can promise you that you're absolutely going to love this prestigious metal card along with the incredible cash earnings and the elite rewards. So my question to everybody is, do you use credit or debit? Does your card actually pay you anything? And would you like to see one that does? We enjoy a model of excellence with a reward card we can trust, offering the highest value, best perks, flexible options, and a whole lot more. Because it's a proven fact that at Ztegrity, we do have a better way forward, and you can get there from here. We do it every day. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest on tonight, Mr. Troy Mason, our founder and CEO. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unmute the lines so that we can go ahead and get, I believe, what we are going to have are some updates this evening. So bear with me. Let me find Troy here in the field. There is. Mr. Mason. Oh, Troy, we're getting quite a bit of a feedback loop on you right there. I muted your line down. Go ahead and just give me the thumbs up when you're ready to go again, and we'll try that. See if we can stop that feedback loop. Okay, let's try it again.
Okay.
Very good, sir. Gotcha. You're coming in clear from here.
Okay, is that any better? Can you hear me?
Much, much better, sir. Thank you. Welcome to the call this evening. Nice to see you. You look well.
Thank you. Thank you. Still in, actually, I cannot get out of Florida. Since I got here, we've, you know, of course, did the event, and then we went to Miami Sunday. And then Monday went to, I think we came from up to Orlando, and been here in Orlando ever since. And we're going to try to get out of here, get back to Houston. We're supposed to leave tomorrow, but I'm actually going to spend an extra day here because I didn't get everything done that I wanted to. So we're going to get back to Houston, get ready for work here Monday morning. But I've been having a really great time here in Florida, and I'm actually here with a group of people. Yeah, say hello, everybody. Say hello. Hello. corralled me and got me to come out to do this, presentation, and I get a chance to meet with some of our card holders, which is always a good thing. So, since I was here and it was so close to the time for our webinar, that I thought it might be just a good idea to kind of combine the two things. That way, the information I'm providing, I can kind of give it to everybody to give everybody an update on what's going on. And as always, I really don't come on unless we have something to say and something that can be beneficial to people to help answer some questions and what have you. And as I told you, a lot of you know or may not know, this is my first time really doing anything like this. And I've been in business my entire life. All I've ever done was create products and services, and I bring them to market. And so when they had the idea to create a better type of card, to me it was just no different than anything else that I did. I think I know that I have created the world's best pet tag in the world. I've created the best way for people to share their medical information with people. I've created the best document management software, I believe, to be in the entire world. Just not many people know about it, you see, because those ideas are limited to a small group of people. Whereas when I created this concept for the ZBlackcard, the only difference between that and any other product that I've created is that the ZBlackcard, people are talking about it. Okay, so more and more people are finding out about it. But believe me, when you look at all of the things that I've done and created in the past, and products that we brought to market, they're all really just very, very clever products that eventually we're going to bring them into this under this umbrella, and we'll be able to market all of them once we have our distribution set up. And as all of you know, my main focus is always on one thing at a time. So that's how I get things done. Whenever we try to do multiple things at one time, typically we end up not getting anything done at all. So ultimately, we just have to take our time and do it one thing at a time. Now, when it comes to our ZBlackcard, okay, what I would share with you is that it took 3 years for us to get the product to this point. And I joke a lot about the fact that, when I had the idea simply came because I had received a high-end card in the mail, and I was excited about it because I liked the way it felt, I liked the way it looked, and I was just excited to get something like that. And so, being a kind of a person that thinks the way I do, first thing came to my mind is if I could package this feeling, that perhaps I might have a product that may have an interest to other people. But I wonder how many other people would like to have a good feeling of having something super, super nice as far as a card is concerned. Because think about it, there's really no pride. The only people that had pride in the card that they were carrying were people who were carrying around American Express Black Card or Visa Gold Card. But in order to have that pride and get a card like that, you had to have an 800 credit score. You had to make, virtually be wealthy in order to get a card of that status. So I figured if we could make a card that would allow a person to have something just as nice as an American Express Black Card and have the same kind of pride in carrying it, would there be a marketplace for a product like that? And of course, there is a marketplace for a product like that. Now, in the beginning, I was the only one that thought there was one, because when I called the banks and everybody and asked them about doing something like that, they thought I was crazy because they just could not understand why I wanted to make a more upscale card for, the average everyday person. Well, move forward 3 years, and certainly I think that we have proven that this concept is a valid concept, okay? And really in any business that you do, you look for an opportunity to what I call just, prove yourself in the market. Whereas, it's not just some fad, that it's something that has the potential to affect not just the people you know, but really affect people across the board and change the entire industry. Not many products can do that. Not many opportunities that you're going to see that literally has the opportunity to change an entire industry, or at least make a dent in an entire industry. And that's what's happening here, guys. And I don't care how you look at it. One thing we know for sure is that as more and more people find out about the Z Black Card, our numbers are increasing, and they're going to continue to increase. Okay. Now, what we did is we didn't just rest on the laurels of bringing a metal card to the market. You know, my dream for this product was that it would be a product that did multiple things, that accomplished, you know, allow a person to do many things financially other than just make a purchase. And I kind of look at it the way Steve Jobs looked at the cell phone. Back in 2007, a cell phone was something that you made a phone call with, and you basically made a phone call and you sent messages. That's what a phone was. But then I remember the buzz. Oh, this new phone coming out, this iPhone, it's going to change everything. It's going to change everything. And we all remember that, you know, that buzz that was coming up before, you know, in 2007. And so when he introduced the iPhone, a lot of us people didn't know what it was or understand it, but a few handful of people did, you know, understand and follow it. And they went out and they started buying the phone, okay? And then other people started to see it and understand really what was going on with it. The fact that it wasn't just a phone. It was a camera. It was a calculator. It was a recorder, a DVD player, a TV, a computer. All of a sudden, it was a flashlight. It was many things, functions that you can do with this phone. And the result is now you don't see any of those other old phones anymore. Really, everything that's moved forward has been multi-purpose under a smartphone type umbrella. And so really what we're doing is we're taking what would normally be a regular prepaid card, and we're giving it the characteristics of 5 different cards, okay? And if you don't know what those 5 cards are, I'll tell you. The first type of card is a charge card. On a high-end charge card like an American Express Black Card, one of the key components is that it's made out of metal. So it's very appealing to people to, you know, to show it and carry it. But of course, that's what makes it a high-end card, is that it's made out of metal like that. All right, then you have the next line, you have your rewards cards. And these cards are designed for people to be able to earn stuff like movie tickets and all types of rewards. When I looked at the American Express Black Card, what I noticed is they give you a private concierge and all types of different rewards and things that you can earn as being a card holder. So I built that into our card as well. So you can earn anything from movie tickets to dinners, to shopping sprees, to vacations as one of our card holders. So that's a part of our card. Okay, then I looked at just like, you know, credit card where people are using them to book hotels and rent cars and things of that nature. And so with our card, you can do the same thing. And then I looked at debit cards, okay? The debit card is a card that allows you access to your own money, all right? Now, think about this for a minute. If you have your money in a bank right now and you have a bank card, all right? You have a bank card, say it's with Chase Bank, all right? If you needed $1,000 out of your account, you would have to go to Chase Bank, hand them your card, they would swipe it and then give you the $1,000. If you went to Bank of America with your Chase card and said, hey, here's, I need $1,000, they would not honor it, okay? They would tell you have to go to Chase in order to gain access to your own money. And so with our card, what we did is we have it set up in such a way that you can walk into any bank, go to the teller, hand it to her, and get you know, get your access to your own money, and it won't cost you 1 penny, okay, to do so. Use that all the time. Walk into a bank that I don't know, they don't know me, toss the card on the counter and withdraw money. So it's a very powerful feature, gives you much more access to your own money. So again, a very powerful debit card is what our card acts like as well. And then of course, it's like a prepaid card, because with prepaid cards, anybody can get it, okay? Anybody can get a prepaid card, so anybody can get a Z Black card. And finally, not least it's a secured credit card. With a secured credit card, it allows you to build credit, okay? And so typically with a secured card, what would happen is you would go somewhere with a company that offers secured cards, and you would say, here's $5,000, but you have to have $5,000 up front. And so you give that to the credit card company. Then they in turn give you a card and say, here's a $5,000 limit to use that you can then purchase. However, truth be told, you really can't use all $5,000 of the money, because if you did use over $5,000, you would bring your ratio up to 100%, and then your credit would get hurt because of it. You can't really use, even if you had $5,000 today and you put it on the card to get a $5,000 limit, truth be told, you could never use over 30% of that money, okay? But you tied up $5,000 to have access to just 30% of that amount in order to get the results that you want to help you build your credit. Well, what I'm going to share with you right now is really, again, what I do for a living and what I've always done is I pay attention to the details. I look around me and I see angles that most people, they don't see it, okay? And most time when I see these angles, I'm able to create products and services around these little simple niches that I see that most people don't see. And typically when I see them, I don't really explain to people what I'm seeing, all right? But this time I'm gonna explain to people what I see, okay? Because I kind of feel like it's important for me to explain it, because if I don't explain it, what I'm finding in this, with this card industry stuff, is that people think they know what I'm doing, and they are wrong. They don't know what I'm doing, but they're making it up, okay? And when they're making it up, they're telling other people, oh, this is what he's doing, but it's not what I'm doing. But they don't know any better. They made it up, but it's becoming the truth, because they, you know how they say, if you tell a lie to somebody and they don't know what the truth is, they'll go repeat that lie to somebody else, or they'll repeat that inaccuracy to someone else, and before you know it, you would be, labeled in such a way that's not what you're doing, basically. So I'm going to share this with you, what's really going on here. All right. Number one, everybody freaks out over this card for no reason. I mean, it's really simple stuff. It's nothing that doesn't already exist. The only thing that I have done is I've taken a little piece from over here, a little piece from over here, and over here, and I just brought it all together under one umbrella. That's all I did. And there's nothing that I'm doing that does not exist already, okay? I didn't create anything new. I just brought it all together. And sometimes you bring different ingredients together, okay, well, sure, then it kind of makes something new. But it doesn't mean that it was, any part of it, you take it apart, it's already there. Anybody could do it if they had the wherewithal to see how these pieces would fit together and fit together well. Most people just don't do that. All right, so bottom line is when it comes to this card, again, all of the pieces are very, very simple and easy. When it comes to the credit, this is where a lot of people get lost, all right? Right now, there's a company called Self-Lender, okay? Now, they are the ones that opened the door and made a lot of the stuff that we're doing possible, all right? But listen to me how it works. With Self-Lender, they say, okay, we will help you to build your credit, okay, using your own money, all right? Now, how do they do that? They say, okay, we're gonna get a bank to give you a loan. However, that loan is not accessible to you, okay? You can't get the money, but the loan exists. Now that this loan exists, you can make monthly payments every month towards this loan. Once you make the monthly payments towards this loan and you pay the loan off via the terms and conditions of the loan, then you will get all of those dollars, the loan amount, then you get access to the loan amount, okay? Well, the true genius is who thought of that plan, because you got to remember, what happened before self-lender did that maneuver is that you would have had to have that $1,500 in hand up front, okay, to put it into the bank, and then to borrow against it, and then make the payment. Well, a lot of people may not have the cash up front to set aside like that, okay? And if you don't have the money up front to set aside, then you're kind of stuck, all right? Well, all that I did was when I realized and understood the maneuver, the grassroots maneuver, what they were doing, is I said, well, you know what? We can do the same thing, but not with a loan. We can do it with a card. Now, here's the beauty of a card. As the owner of the company of the card, I can give you whatever credit limit that I really want to give you within reason. And what I mean by that is that nobody regulates how much your credit, Montgomery Ward would give you a credit limit, how much Sears, whatever you apply for credit with them, what the limit of the credit that they're going to give you. It's not regulated by anybody. That company, corporation sets that amount, okay? It's set by the company. No outside influences have anything to do with it, all right? But here's the beauty of it. So I give you a credit limit, all right? But just like self-lender, you don't get access to use it day one. But what you can do now is that you can make monthly payments on that credit limit. Just like with self-lender, you make monthly payments towards that loan. You can make monthly payments towards your credit limit. So every month you make a payment, I'm able to then report those payments to the credit bureau. Now, I'm sure that that's because I have now divulged what I'm doing. Hopefully, some of these people out here who are making this stuff up will at least say, well, you know what, that guy, I know what he's doing now. I don't care what they say, he's doing it, he's just doing what self-lender did. Fine, that's all I'm doing, okay? But I've made a twist to it. Now again, so I call it like a magic trick, okay? With a magic trick, what happens is a magician will say he'll do a trick, okay? And you go, oh my God, that's amazing. I didn't do that, whatever. It's incredible, okay? And so when you look at it from the outside, you don't know what happened. Your mind tells you one thing, but it couldn't be, it didn't disappear. Something really happened. But the point is, once he shows you the trick, what happened, how it really works, then everybody goes, oh man, please, that was simple. That was easy. There was nothing to that. I knew that's what he was doing, but they didn't really know. And they would never have figured it out, okay? They would have never figured it out. But once they see how it's done, something in your brain makes you think, it belittles it, okay, in a sense. That's how some magicians never share how they do their tricks, okay? They just don't do it because it belittles the ingenuity, and the genius that it takes to put together something that people cannot quite understand or wrap their mind around, okay? It's a method to doing that, all right? And so the fact that I'm divulging this to you again is because what I told you guys, number one, that I'm going to be very transparent with you. I was going to take you along for the journey with me as we go. I told you, like I said, going in, that I don't know nothing about this stuff. Like I said, when we first got our first machine, we all bought the equipment, set it up. We was all standing around with our arms crossed. I'm looking at everybody, they looking at me. I said, anybody know how to turn this machine on? Nobody know how to turn the machine on. So my point is that we went from not being able to turn the machine on to where now we're producing hundreds of cards a day. Okay, but here's some other stories, some other things I want to tell you to bring you up to today. All right. When we first had to upload the information to the bank, in other words, we had 400 cards that was ready to deliver to the first 400 card holders. Well, when we have to format the information in such a way that it fits the database that the bank needs in order for the information to upload into their system. Okay, now I am in IT. My background is in IT and building complex software designs and stuff like that. I have a website, a company called paperlessfiles.com. Go look at it, paperlessfiles.com. Very ingenious document management system I put together for school districts. It was 10 years ahead of its time. It's probably 20 years ahead of its time because I built it 12 years ago, okay? And I built it in 2 weeks. And I'm going to go into all that. But anyway, bottom line is an ingenious program, whatever. So I understand how software works and stuff, and I understand how when the bank says to me, okay, we have to have the data, and you have to supply us with the data, all right, that when we first supplied the data, 400 orders to the bank, out of 400 orders, do you know how many orders that was correct out of 400? 3. 3 orders was correct. 397 of them was wrong. Now, what do we mean when we say wrong? Okay, it means that the date of birth had a dash in it, or didn't have, like the year was not 1966. It just had 66, or it had a slash mark in it, or the name had a dash in it or a period, and the system didn't like that. The phone number had a parentheses in it or an extra space. It's a million little things like that that can cause the computer system to kick out the file. All right, that's just what happened. All right, so again, the first time we did it, the first time out of 400, only 3 of them was correct. All right, so today, when we upload a file today, you know how many of them are correct? All of them, 100%. Now, how did we go from 99% failure to 100%, perfect? Because we learned, okay? Once we understood the criteria and how the information had to be loaded to the credit bureau, we were then able to set our computer up in our software so that when you put in your date of birth, it allows you to put it in the right way so that we were capturing better information. Again, we didn't know what information we needed to capture in the beginning. We just didn't know. That's how anything, you got to start somewhere. So now we fast forward to today, which is uploading to the credit bureau. Now, one of the things that I did was I realized that would be a challenge there as well, because we don't know, it's first time doing this kind of stuff. So we said, okay, you know what I'm going to do? Give, basically everybody that we've been issuing our card for a couple of years. I'm going to let the people get their full history, credit history of at least a year. I reported to the bureau, okay? Now, that's because I know it's going to take basically some time and energy to get this correct and get this right. So here's what happened. End of the month, we go and we start amassing on the 30th of last month. We started then amassing, bringing all the files together and stuff like that, and formatting them to get them prepared to be uploaded, okay? And so we go and we upload about 5,000 files. Wow. Okay. Immediately, 99% of them got kicked out. All right. So we go, we look. I'm sorry, 100%. All of them got kicked out. I'm sorry. Because it was a field in there called, I think, an ECOA field, where it should have had a 1 in there for everybody. And there were some other fields that we missed because we didn't know they were mandatory fields, or it was not formatted correctly, or just things like that. All right. But the fact that we missed this date or whatever, I expected that would happen. It didn't happen the first time. It's going to happen with this as well. So what we did was we went back to the software. We said, okay, we got to now get rid of this data, fix it, and then upload it again. Okay, here's the problem. The software doesn't work that way, where it allows us to go in and just wipe everything out with one button. We couldn't delete all the files. We had to manually go in and delete each file one at a time, manually, okay? We just finished doing that past day or so. So we couldn't even upload any more new ones until we got rid of all the old ones. All right, so now, what's happening now is now we know for a fact, you know, how to, you know, we made the adjustments and we start back uploading files, all right, with the, you know, the correct version so they don't get kicked out of the system or what have you, because all the syntax and everything is correct. So we start back uploading those files right here. And so we're not uploading them all at one time because we want to make sure if there's a mistake that we don't get caught like that again where we stuck, you know, trying to delete, you know, thousands of files, you know, to get them corrected. So we're putting them in so many at a time and so forth to continue moving forward. And so that's kind of where we are right now. But I'll tell you, we'll certainly have everybody in the system here within the next, I'll say, certainly by next week, everybody will be in the system. And so you'll start seeing the results of that, of people, of the results showing up on their reports here very soon. Now, a lot of people, some smart people, you know, they look at it and say, well, you know, because the word out is, you know, hey, we just making this stuff up. Well, you know, you're welcome to go call Equifax and find out if Ztegrity is indeed approved to report. Oh, check it out. We're approved to report, you see. And the smart people who had concerns about it, they did. And they called me and said, Troy, well, we know you're approved because we checked you out and we know you're approved, all right? And so we understand that it takes some time or whatever for you to get all the files in. That's why we did the annual deal that we're doing for you. Is because, again, we knew that it would take some time in order to get these things figured out. I don't care how smart you are, I don't care who you are. I mean, Elon Musk, I think the first 3 or 4 rockets he sent up in the air, hell, all of them blew up, okay? Multi-billion dollars, okay, blew up in the middle of the doggone. You think he did that on purpose? You think that man sent billions of dollars up off the ground into the air to blow it up on purpose? No. And this is one of the smartest people in the world, okay? All right? He got unlimited resources, okay? I paid for all this out of my pocket and still paying for it out of my pocket, okay? Still. And we haven't, you know, taken any venture money or anything like that, and we're building it to this point right now to where we are. And so it's funny to me that when people, they want it right now today. That's like telling that guy Elon Musk that, you know what, we want to go to the moon today. He's saying, well, wait a minute, I got to send this rocket up here and test it out or whatever, you know, and you're sitting there watching, you watch it blow up, go, he ain't gonna never make it. You know, he's never gonna make it. But the guy, he is absolutely gonna make it because he's not a quitter. He's not gonna quit. You know, he got unlimited resources. My God, give me unlimited resources. Give it to me. Okay, I beat him to Mars. Okay, I will beat him to Mars if you give me unlimited resources. Because I got a brain like that too. See, but you don't know about that side of it. But it doesn't matter. I'm working on ZBlackcard right now, and that's what I'm going to take to the next level. And I have the ability to do so. It's just that it is no shortcuts here. That's the point I want to make. There is none. You can talk about me, you can get mad at me, whatever, but you ain't gonna bet me. I bet you put your money on the line. If you don't bet against me, okay, you'll lose every time. Because when I tell you I'm gonna do something, that's what I do, because that's all I know how to do, you know? It's just keep going. You can't lose if you keep going. You know, sooner or later you get there. Once you get there, everybody go, I knew it was gonna do it all the time. I knew it all the time. But, you know, while you're getting there, everybody want to, you know, bad mouth you or whatever. And that's okay because I'm thick skinned. And like I told you, if anybody know me, I have one track mind. So I just stay focused on what I'm trying to get done. And we just keep moving forward at it. And I'm going to give you guys the real deal, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on or whatever. You can get mad at me if you want, touch me if you want to. I have plenty of people that have been with me for a while who've gotten mad at me or whatever, and you know we say our words, and then We come back again, we go back to work. Okay, you done? Okay, okay, let's go. You know, you know, and so it doesn't bother me. It does not bother me one bit. All right. All I know is we have an opportunity to help a lot of people, guys. We have a tremendous opportunity. And the fact that every card that you have in your wallet right now, it's a multi-billion-dollar company on the other side of that card. You just got to understand, all right, that the company become a multi-billion-dollar company overnight. I mean, these companies, some of these companies have been around for hundreds of years, okay? But my point is that the way with this new world that we're living in, with this social media, things are moving much, much faster. You got companies that can pop up today and in 4 or 5 years do what it took other companies 50, 60, 100 years to do. I mean, you got companies that can pop up today and it's so much like a Facebook and in less than 12 years or so, make enough money to buy CBS and some of the oldest brands that was most in existence. It's not Mercedes-Benz and Cadillac and all of that. These companies can buy them 10 times over. And they don't make nothing like that, okay? So trust me on this. It's so much money here that all we have to do is just continue to move forward. Help me. That's it, help me. When you see somebody saying something wrong, you guys know what I'm doing. I just told you what I'm doing. Self-lender on steroids for credit cards. Okay, God dog. All right. And then every other card that we can find, every other attribute, we threw it into the pot. And so it ain't no magic, nothing, ain't no secret dust, ain't no behind the scenes scheme. All right. It's all this stuff. You can get it right now in different places. And it's very widely available. All we did was take it and put it all together. And people they're so smart that they think it's got to be something else other than just what I just said to you. So guys, really, I'd be happy to take your questions at this time. I just wanted to give you a kind of update as to where we are, where we're going, and how we got to where we are and where we're trying to get to. And it's only a matter of time before we do, because we have a really good idea. This is big. This is bigger than Troy. This is bigger than you. This is something I think our children will look back and say, wow, I remember when my dad told me about this, or I first seen a card that he tossed down on the table and it made this noise. Now everybody got them. Okay, now everybody got them. My dad was the first one. My mom was the first one that had a card like that. My grandmama was the first one to have a card like that. Okay, no, my great-great-great-grandmama was the first one. She came in talking about some ZBlackcard. They tell the family reunion every year. Okay, and now look at our family now. Our family is set wealthy now because we were a part of something like that. My great-great-grandmama got us involved in that company. You think that kind of stuff don't happen today? Do you think that the Rothschilds and the Chases and these guys, that's not what happened in their somewhere in their family history? But go read some books. Go read some books. You'll see the Kennedys and all these people, the Hiltons. Okay, these people have a legacy, that started a long time ago, and they're still paying off to this day. And so my bottom line is, like I say, you want to position yourself in front of the next big thing. If you got another multi-billion-dollar, way to get into bed with every company is a multi-billion-dollar company. You have a way to join them, and they're gonna let you in the door and have a seat at the table. Let me know. I'm coming to sit down at that table with you. But ain't nobody sent me no invitation. I ain't got one. I've been waiting on it for a long time. It ain't came in the mail. It ain't came nowhere. Nobody invited me to have a seat at that table. All those dollars are already spoken for. They're already spoken for. They ain't finna give me none of it. They ain't gonna give you none of it either. Over here, we're building a legacy. You want some of these dollars? We got them. Nothing more than that. Don't come in after the fact, after it's all said and done, because you ain't going to get the same opportunities. That opportunity is right now. We have over 7,000 card holders now. It's whole plenty of you that we talked to. We was at, 1,400 cards, 2,000, 4,000 card holders. And guess what? This time this year, we're talking about we're over 70,000 card holders. We're 7,000 now. Right. And then there'll be people we'll be talking about, we're over 150,000 card holders, and you guys just have no earthly idea what that means. You just can't even, if I wrote it on the chalkboard, if I wrote down the numbers, you think police come get me tomorrow, okay? But you wrote them numbers down there for, boys, you crazy? I'm sorry, but it's bigger than you know. That's all I'm saying. I'm a numbers guy by nature, all right? And I looked at the numbers. The numbers they're not good numbers. They're not great numbers. You know what they are? They're beautiful, okay? Beautiful numbers. They just pretty, okay? And they make sense, and they're beautiful and pretty. So you can say a lot. I bet you never heard nobody say a number was pretty. Okay, first guy that ever probably said that to you. Okay, girls are pretty, flowers are pretty. No, these numbers are pretty. Okay. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to take your questions at this time. I see we got the 200 too. So.
Troy, you make me smile from ear to ear hearing you speak about this kind of stuff, because we live in a constantly changing market environment, and I'm telling you what, integrity is the foundation of all of the value. You have really set the precedent in terms of what we're talking about. You really left companies like Self-Lender standing still. They can't even compare to what's being produced here today, and so what you have will never, ever be diminished. And I'm also here to tell you, by the way, that your document management system is state of the art. It is the best I've ever seen, and I've been in the industry over 22 years working with that type of material from a user standpoint and consumer standpoint. It is state of the art. It is definitely years ahead of its time. So with that said, I just want to say thank you. Let's go ahead and jump right into the field here. And I think Mr. Stephen Watson was the first hand up. Stephen, are you available, sir?
Hey, Dean. Thanks.
Welcome.
Yes, Troy.
Yes.
I'm not card holder number one like Sonia in Atlanta, but I'm card holder 1743 out of 7,369. And the reason for that is, just like you said, when I saw this, it was a no-brainer. and I knew once you came on the call and sort of broke it down for us, that it would take time. Like you keep saying, I don't know if you said it tonight, I came on a little bit after it started, but this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I'm from Jamaica, so I know what a sprint looks like, because that's where you say both come from, fastest man alive. So I know what a sprint looks like, and like I said, this is not that. So I just want to, again, commend you for coming on and sharing and keeping us up to date as to exactly what's going on. Because like I said, I'm out there in the field and I hear what people are saying. And I try to impress upon them that, just like you said about Elon Musk, you don't spend hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, millions of dollars for it to just blow up in your face. Smart people don't do that. Probably dumb people do that, but smart people don't do that. So again, I just want to say thanks for coming on. So the question I have is, we're on here the last time you were giving us an update, and you're saying you guys had two options about the credit reporting, whether you're going to do it en masse with everybody at once, or you're going to stagger it over time based on people's due date. So I just want to find out if that has changed with the issues that you guys are having. Are you going to do it all at once? No, that has been.
No, we're not going to do it all at once, but we were looking at doing it once a week, but it looks like we're going to be just kind of doing it, every day until we get the first orders in. So, I mean, kind of as people are steady coming in or whatever here, we're going to, because the way I think about it is that from the time that they accept our first file, okay, I think that we have 30 days in order to get, my goal is to have everybody in the system within 30 days so that when that first group that we just put in, come around to month number 2. At month number 2 is when anybody who comes in at that point forward will only have, you know, that 1 year, okay? I mean, not 1 year, but that 1 month, okay? Because we want to have everybody done within, say, a 30-day frame so that when it comes down to the second report, you know, the second report is kind of from that day moving forward for everybody is the plan.
Okay, so again, we were told before that we'll be getting opt-in emails. So is that still the case?
Yes, you're good. Anybody in the system now, and anybody who come in like right now is good because again, as in our first, everybody with our first report to the Bureau, okay, even if we break it up, all right, before we do our second report to the Bureau, say, so that again, before those second report come in, those people will fall in under that umbrella. So if you come in before our second report, you're going to be good.
No, you meant, remember, we were told that we're going to get an email asking us to opt in. That was asking. Is that still?
Oh, okay. You know, we tried to send the doggone thing the other day, a text message to everybody. I could not get the doggone thing to work. And so if I can get it to work, we may send something out. If I can get it to work. But for the most part, the people that we got now, we've identified 2 groups of people that we separated. And so if you paid your money, then you're in the past, you know, say 90 days or so, you're definitely in that group, okay? If you've been on board with us longer than that, you may or may not be in that first group that we send, but the point is I gotta start somewhere, so I'm gonna start with the low-hanging fruit, people who we know for a fact that fit into this category or whatever. And then we're gonna come back and clean everything up because I'm not gonna leave anybody behind. So make sure that everybody who wants it, that's on board with us, will get what they want. Okay, make sure of that. Okay,
so basically you're saying that you're just doing it the clean way, or the way that you know that the people who have been for a while. So it's not in any alphabetical order or anything of that sequence. It's just
no, it's not alphabetical order. It's not alphabetical order. No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I had. Try again. Thanks for always keeping us updated. Thanks, Dean.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. We appreciate that. And just to inform you, Stephen, as well, the last time I spoke with our lead administrator, Ms. Fiona Moody, the status was that if you were wanting to opt out for whatever reason of the participation process, it'd be a little easier just to send them an email and say, I'd like to make sure that my name is not included versus having to mass broadcast the entire audience at one time for the opt-ins. That'd be a little bit easier way to approach that. So thank you very much, sir.
That's right.
All right, let's go with Mr. Xavier James. Xavier, are you with us, sir?
Yes, I certainly am. Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly. Welcome to the call.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hello, Mr. Mason. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
It's my pleasure to get an opportunity to talk with you. I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate this. I definitely loving this opportunity. I wanted to share a couple of things with you and ask you just a few questions. When I first heard about this opportunity, which I really believe that the Lord somehow got it to me because it was exactly what I was looking for. I had just been denied a $600,000 VA loan because of my credit. I'm a retired veteran at 100%, and I needed to clean a few things up, but I didn't know how. And so one of the things that I was advised of was to get a secure card, but something was telling me to hold off. Well, when I opened up my women's clothing store, a gentleman friend of mine helped me do that. And so I happened to run into him. We were standing at the dollar store, and he was telling me about this Z Metal card. I had no clue what he was talking about, and quite frankly, it sounded to me like maybe he didn't either. So I went home, I stayed up for 4 nights researching everything I could find, and voila, it popped up. I immediately began building material because I knew I would join. I turned around and used a presentation that I had created to enroll him. And so David Archibald, became my first enrollee, and he was the one who told me about it. So I knew that I had a talent to possibly articulate some of the things that you were looking to get across as CEO. And I want to thank you for using some of the material that I've since created, along with the wonderful Larry Christian. I really so appreciate you putting me in contact with that brilliant young man. So with that being said, I wanted to tell you, hey, how are you?
What's up, man?
So with that being said, I wanted to tell you that I've been chomping at the bit to get more things in your hands that the field might possibly be able to use. And so I hope that you'll talk with me or have a liaison talk with me, because I have some things that I know the company could benefit from. With that being said, because I know that you're a person who only does one thing at a time, I was hoping that maybe I could contribute to, and I understand, I definitely appreciate it, I do. But some of the other pressing issues as far as getting tools in the hands of the field, I would hope that you would utilize me, because I have some things up my sleeves that I really think that you're going to enjoy. So here's my question. I noticed that with the paid affiliate, the VIP affiliate, there is a 50% gas bonus and a 20% commission for custom cards.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it seems to exist for the VIP only, with the exception of their ability to have a team, that is, to participate in the uni level. Am I correct in understanding that also the unpaid affiliate, or rather the affiliate who does, okay, that it's 50% gas bonus and 20%, okay. I think that's wonderful. So it's changed from—
Yeah, it's just what makes it legal too. You know, you should have, you know, first should be able to come on board and not spend, you know, any money out of pocket to get started. But only thing that we do ask is that they have a card, because that's how we pay them, on the card.
Yes, sir.
Or order a card, but you know, just to be an affiliate or whatever. If you just wanted to be an affiliate, you can do so for free. You just order your card so we can pay.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's absolutely wonderful. It gives a person a really great opportunity to get into the company and even upgrade later if they want to, because they have commissions enough to do so. Well, sir, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm glad to be a part, and I'm looking forward to continuing to do my part to make this opportunity the greatest in the world.
Well, stay in touch, man. You know, I need people like you. Larry came to the table, and he brought his skill set, and all of the good people around me, they came to the table not asking for something. They came and brought, you know, value to the business, and that's the kind of people I love. And I can tell you that you know, you can't be around me and not be better off. You're gonna be better off if you're around me. You just cannot come around me and your life not get better, because I'm gonna take you with me. You know, I don't leave nobody behind. I leave nobody.
So in closing, let me say this, sir. My wife asked me, why do I stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning almost every night and making materials and sending them to you with the hope that maybe you'll see them and find them useful? And I told her, if I won the lottery and had millions of dollars, I would build a company like Mr. Mason has. But because he's done it, it saved me the time to have to do it. So I'm going to contribute in such a way to where, because I'm not supposed to have a boss, maybe I can get my wife off my back. So, sir, thank you so much.
Okay, well, we appreciate you. Believe me, there's nothing you're doing we don't appreciate. Tell your
Thank
wife.
you so much, sir.
Tell your wife I say leave her alone. You make a wealthy woman. Just leave her alone.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Dean. I appreciate you as well.
Yeah, I do want to share something with you guys. That a couple things. You know, we've been fighting with another big thing. This payment processor thing. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is only network marketing type stuff. And again, got to know I'm not from network marketing. This is not where I come from. So to me, it's ridiculous. Okay, but it is a fact of the world. Okay, so with this MLM stuff, the merchant account thing is crazy. So we got, you know, we finally got a merchant account, you know, to work with us that understands our volume. Because if I haven't told you this story, I'll tell you right quick. Is that, you know, with merchant accounts, it's funny because you have your salespeople, and then you have the underwriters. Okay, salespeople. Oh, sure, Mr. Mason, come on, we got you. We want your business. Sure, sign right here, Mr. Mason. I say, but I got a lot of business now. We do a lot. They say, oh, Mr. Mason, the more the better. Yeah, let's go. And so I signed up with them. You know, then we started running a bunch of volume due, and then the doggone auditor's like, who is this Mason dude? Like, we never heard of you. Freeze, halt, stop. Who are you? You can't do this. Who are you? Who told you to do this? You know, I mean, it's two totally different mindsets, right? So, you know, in business, one of the things that, unfortunately, I've been doing it so long that you develop, you know, friendships and relationships with people. And so a lot of times, you know, the stuff, it comes back around. You know, I'm just telling you, you know, if you want the best advice I can give, it's for anybody, right? As you go through life, find as many opportunities as you can to do something good for people, okay? All right? Now, when you do it, don't expect nothing back in return. Don't do it for that reason, all right? Do it because it was the right thing to do. But I'm here to tell you that it'll change your life, because down the road, somewhere down the road, there will be a time in which you will need something, all right? And you'll be amazed at the person that you did one little thing for, may have access to someone or some concept or something. They're willing to speak for you on your behalf that you don't even know, all right? And open a door for you that otherwise you didn't even know was there. I'm going to give you two examples of that, okay? Back when I was in my 20s, early 20s, we were at you know, I used to make business cards for hairstylists back in the day, and we was at one of these big hair shows, big gigantic hair shows, like 30,000 hairstylists would come to the show. So what happened was, before the show, I would go around, you know, just walk around the whole show, and I'm looking at, you know, different booths and just looking at all the different vendors and meeting the vendors and talking to them and stuff. So I'm at this booth, and I see a lady standing, you know, to my side, and she said she'd like to, you know, make this purchase right here. How much is it? So the lady tells her how much the purchase is, and I hear the lady say, "Oh my, I forgot my purse at the booth, you know, and I know we get so busy, I'm not going to get a chance to get back by here before the show starts." So I said, well, how much was it? I said, how much was it? You want? It's like $30, something like that. I said, here you go. I paid for it for the lady. So the lady said, you know, distinguished looking older lady. She said, young man. I was young then. I was young. She said, young man, that was really nice of you. I said, oh, it's no problem. I said, I understand because I'm a vendor here and stuff like that, and we get real busy too and stuff. She said, well, come by my booth with her. I said, oh, don't worry about it. You know, going on, you know, have a great show. She said, well, that's really nice of you, young man. And she went her way and I went back. All right. So turns out, I'm going to say maybe 2 years later, I have an idea for a product. That's not a product as much as it was a collaboration with Revlon, okay? The Revlon, the company, the makeup company or whatever, okay? And so I get on a plane and go to Chicago, all right? And I'm walking in their corporate offices, okay? And I'm walking down the hallway, and this lady runs out and taps me on the shoulder. Turn around, it's the same lady. She say, young man, what are you doing here? I said, ma'am, I said, she said, I'm the lady at the show that you gave, you know, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, how you doing? She said, oh, I'm doing fine. What are you doing here? I said, I'm here to see Tim. I said, I have a concept that I want to share with him for a collaboration for one of your products that you have. She said, you're here to see Tim? I said, yeah. She said, he works for me. Y'all, Tim, go get Tim. Somebody go get Tim. Come in my office or whatever. And we sit in that office right there. You know how much that lady gave me a contract for? $50,000. A $50,000 contract. I'm 23 years old, maybe 24 years old. $50,000 contract. It was $30 worth of lipstick. Okay, they got that. And so that's what I'm saying. So you'd be amazed at how this stuff comes around. I didn't do it. I didn't know this. I didn't know this lady from nobody. All right. But here's a second story. Okay. It's a lady that I've met in business or whatever who had ran into some issues or whatever, needed some advice. I helped her out in that situation many years ago. Okay. And so when it comes to the merchant thing, okay, turns out I get a phone call from her. She said, Troy, I understand you have a problem with your merchant deal. Well, her best friend owns a big merchant company, big one, been around for many, many years. And so she made the phone call for me to get that door open for me, you see. And so just again, I think you plant seeds as you go through life, and you leave those seeds behind you as you go throughout your life, but those seeds grow. And a lot of times they come back to provide you that very shade you need, or that very piece of fruit you need, at the time that you need it most. And if you never planted that seed, it will never be there. So that's what I try to do in life, and it has worked well for me. That's how come sometimes I don't mind starting a project with no money. I don't mind at all. You know why I don't mind? Because I know for a fact that whatever I need, I can pick up the phone, and there's somebody in my network that can help me, or somebody. I remember one time I had a project I wanted to do. I picked up the phone and I raised $90,000 in one day. That was, 2 hours. I raised $90,000 because I called and said, hey, guys, this is what I want to do right here. If you're in, it's $3,000, okay? 30 people rushed right there that day. Matter of fact, one of them I met at the airport. They flew into the airport, handed me the $3,000, got on the airplane, left, okay? I'm not kidding, guys, all right? In one day, okay, 90 grand. And again, like I say, we're going, when I do things, I don't play around. I do what I'm saying I'm gonna do. That's what I do. We go make some money, and we break bread, and we keep on going. So that's the kind of thing I want you guys to understand, because you don't know me. A lot of you don't know these kind of things. One of these days I'm gonna write a book, because I got all kinds of stories like that. And then, people telling the truth. These things happen. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, I did all that. Yeah, I really did. But it's over time. And so, I just get a kick out of it and helping people. And like I said, but I've never been a part of nothing like this. This is huge for us, right? And I started off telling y'all the story for a reason. I forgot what it was. What's the next question? It'll come to me later.
All right. Thank you, Xavier. And let's go with ladies first. Harold, I will come back and grab you in a moment. Let's go get Tanya.
Hey, Dean. How are you doing? I'm
doing great tonight, Tanya.
Okay. Just a quick comment, not a question. Hi, Mr. Mason. How are you doing tonight?
Doing fine. Thank you.
Great. I just wanted to say, I appreciate you. I'm excited. I'm glad I joined. I joined the business last Saturday under KD, who's under Roe. And it started for me when I was in Enterprise renting a car, because my BMW was in the shop for a couple of weeks. And I saw a black card that said, what's your dream car? And I love cars. So I just took a course to get my dealer's license. I'm trying to open up a small luxury dealership, but I saw that card that said, "What's your dream car?" I called and talked to KD. He gave me some information. He didn't pressure me. And I started watching the Zooms and researching, looking at your videos on YouTube. And I just want to say, I appreciate you. I'm glad to be a part of this business. I'm excited. I've already got 2 people signed up. I think my business partner is on the line as well. And I signed my ex-husband. So I'm going to get my next 3, and then I'm going to help build my team. So I'm really excited. I just wanted to say hello.
Well, thank you so much. Like I said, this thing, I spent 2 hours on the phone with a celebrity, was it last week, Thursday or something like that? No, I can't remember. It was last week, Wednesday, I think it was. Spent 2 hours on the phone with a celebrity that most of all of you guys know them. They so excited, they don't know what to do with themselves. They're so excited. I mean, they are super excited.
I am too. I can't even sleep at night. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So I got to slow him down. So we got some things we got to put in place. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Oh, our processing. We just about got that under control. We're adding that to the website as we speak. So here probably Monday or so, we should have our processing so that when somebody goes to the site, makes a purchase, they put in their card, get the approval, and the card gets charged. They don't have to wait on the invoice and stuff like that. So that's really one of the big hurdles that we have to overcome. Some other things going on in the background I'll share with you guys. Because the business, what I really want everybody to understand is that who we are today as a business is probably not the full picture, okay? We probably can only see, I'm gonna say maybe 15% of who we are supposed to be as a company, right now. So what you see right now is not the whole picture, all right? Because there's some other things that are happening in the background that kind of shows us, who we're supposed to be in this marketplace. Because there's some big things on the table here. And as they come about, I'll share them with you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna take y'all with me on this trip so that you can see this step-by-step process of how, you may have the next $1 billion idea. And so you can use this as a roadmap.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dean. Dean is great. I just wanted to say that. Dean, you break it down and explain everything perfectly. I enjoy your webinars. That's why you see me every night.
Thank you, Tony. That is very, very kind of you to say. I appreciate you so much as well.
Thank you.
And thanks for the comments. That makes you awesome. Okay, let's go with Robin Pearson, and then we'll go with the Browns next. Robin, are you there?
Yes. Hello.
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 Hi, Mr. Troy Mason. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity that you have given us all. Just a little bit of background about me. I am an agent with Financial Education Services. So I am in network marketing already. I help people get excellent credit through the disputes process of erroneous, inaccurate, and obsolete information on their credit reports. And just through the process of how we build credit, what all entails in a credit score, payment history, utilization, that type of thing. That's the reason why I acquired a ZBlackcard, was because I needed some utilization. I needed a secured card because of the fact that it doesn't give you any inquiries, and so it was always a win. It was a win-win. So in my personal situation, not in my business, I'm in the market to get a car. And so I want to know from out of your mouth specifically, how does the auto rewards program work? And so that once it works for me, and I can explain the process to my customers as well.
Okay. It's simple as this, okay? We are built on a 5x5 platform, which means that as a part of the auto rewards, it's $50 a month, okay? And simply share with 5 people, right? And these 5 people in turn duplicate and share with 5 people. Okay, on level 1, the 5 people that you share it with, each month they make their $50 payment. You make $1 per month off of that payment. Okay, not a lot off of level 1. But on level 2, you make $4 per person. But if your 5 people refer 5 people, your level 2 has 25 people on it. So that means you're earning $100 a month on level 2. Okay, on your level 3, your 25 people tell 5 people each, that's 125 people. You earn $5 on people on level 3. So 125 people times 5 is what, $625? So right there, if you add $600, level 3, $625, plus your level 2, $100, plus your level 1, $5, you're over $700 a month right there in car allowance, all right? Now that's enough right there to drive the average car, okay, $700 a month. And so once you reach that point for a couple of months in a row, whatever, if you just come to me and say, hey, Troy, I'd like to buy a car or whatever, we'll put you in touch with a dealer that'll utilize your income from us, okay, as proof that you can afford that car. And they'll put you in a car, as long as all the numbers match up, okay? Now, if that's $700 just through level 3, when we say drive your dream car, you got to go down to that 4th level. On that 4th level, the 125 people that you have on level 3 tell 5, that's 625 more people that you earn $6 per person on. Okay, so when you get to level 4 now, your monthly car bonus is over $4,000 a month. And $4,000 a month car bonus, you can drive whatever kind of car you want. Okay, $4,000 a month. Matter of fact, that'll cover your car and your insurance, and your gas and everything else that you need. Yeah, you might be able to get 2 cars actually with that if you want. But bottom line is, it's designed. Let me tell you something. Okay, it's hard to talk about our comp plan and just talk about that one part though, because the comp plan was designed to do 3 things. Okay, it's very important to understand this. All right. The first thing it does is it pays basically a 50% fast start bonus. So you get paid 50% on the card design, 50% on whether you want the MasterCard, Visa, or the Elite upgrade. You get 50% of that. So that gives you a big chunk of upfront money. So comp plans, in my opinion, have to do 3 things well. The first one is allow a person to make enough commission up front to where even if they didn't want to, do anything else but just go and hold events and do different things or whatever, they can make really good money. We have people doing $5,000, $10,000 a week just on the front money, up front, from telling people. Okay, then you have to have your residual side of the business. The residual side is that monthly payment. Now, keep in mind, let's talk about this monthly payment, because here's another thing that people get confused about the monthly payment, all right? Again, Self-Lender told us how to do it. So every month that you make your payment, all right, basically what's happening is you're making a payment towards reaching the amount of money, securing the amount of your credit limit. All right, so if your credit limit is $1,000 and every month you're making a payment, once your payments equal $1,000, you get all of that money back in what we call a loyalty bonus, okay? So if you get every dollar of it back, your monthly payment almost acts like a savings as long as you continue to make it. If you stop or quit, then you don't get the loyalty bonus, because that's what makes you loyalty, is that you stay loyal. Okay, and I'm very careful in choosing my words. I didn't say it was no savings account. It ain't no savings account. So you make 4 payments and talking about where my savings at. No, it wasn't. You either get the loyalty bonus because you got to that point, or you don't get it. It's one way or the other. I want you to get it. I want you to stay with us for a long time, because if you do, you get every cent back. It's an incentive See, for you, most people ain't saving no money. Most people, $20 a month, they'll stop paying that so fast, it'll have your head spinning. Because they won't set aside $20 a month for their own livelihood, their own best interest. They won't set it aside. Will quit. So I said, you know what? Set $20 a month aside, okay? And at least give yourself a chance. Put yourself in business with it and get it all back. So your business was free. Plus we reported it to the Bureau. And we help you save money. You know? Sometimes you got to take the whip out. People, because they don't want to do what's right. So you got to position them to win. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to put you in a position to win. If you quit on me, then you quit. Because it ain't the system that quit on you. You quit. $20 a month, my God, put that aside. You know, for a time frame, get it, let us report it to the Bureau, help you increase your Bureau, run your business, make money over here, and get all of it back, every dime of it back, with your loyalty bonus. You ever seen that anywhere before?
No.
You're never going to see it again, okay? All right, but this is what we're doing. So the monthly payment, people got it all confused. They're talking about, oh, it's too expensive. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, they're talking about our card too expensive. I said, do you realize that the amount that we charge you for the card covers that card for a whole year? I said, do you know it's cheaper than the card you go get at the drugstore? You can go down and buy a drugstore card for, you know, $5. But over the course of a year, okay, you check, every time you swipe it, they hit you for $1. Every time you check your balance, they hit you for $1. Every time you call customer service, they hit you for $1. Okay? Every time you use it, they hit you left and right. Then they take $5 a month off your card every month, up to $10 a month every month. By the time that year passes around, and you compare what you spent with us and what you spent with them, our card is cheaper. And we provided you with tons of more benefits. Okay? So you can't, they're comparing apples to apples. And I'm gonna tell you one other group of people that gets me. Okay, this group right here, we gotta set these people straight. Oh, you can't compare to an American Express Black Card. It's not American Express Black Card. It's American Express Black Card. It's up here and you're nowhere. I'm like, you talking like you got American Express Black Card. You ain't got one. You can't get one. So if you can't, if only people in the world who have anything to say about me comparing my card, a Z Black Card to American Express Black Card, only person that have any say so in that is a person that have a black card. If you ain't got one, you can't get one. Guess what? We the best game in town, baby. We the best game in town. So, you know, either just take a seat on the sideline, or if you want to get in the game, we can at least give you a doggone, you know, a seat to the game. You might not know better play or nothing, but you can at least come inside doggone stadium, okay, with us. But American Express, wait on their invitations. Wait on it, okay? Because you got to be invited to get that one too, okay? You got to be invited to get that one too. You wait around on that one, or you can accept ours. But don't put down somebody because they got, you know, somebody invited them to ours, you know, because at the end of the day, I put mine up against that one too. Because, you know, side by side, I did a side-by-side comparison to it across the board. That costs you $2,500 a year, even if you could get one. $7,500 to get started, okay? So ours is way cheaper than that. So I don't care what you look at, I don't care how you look at it, whatever. I think dollar for dollar, we bring the most value across the board than anybody, okay? And I'm just, you know, so don't let nobody put you into that, you know, the crazy argument about comparing us to American Express Black Card when they ain't got one, number one. Number two, like I said, you know, our card, the cost of our card is really cheaper than the prepaid cards that are out there right now because we don't have all those ridiculous fees. So people talking about, oh, it's too expensive. It's not too expensive. For a whole year, that's nothing for a year. I had a truck driver told me he spent $1,200 a year in fees alone on his prepaid card. $1,200 a year. You know, it's crazy. He could have had our card for $120 a year if that's all he wanted to do was just have a card. And not only that, he could have spent a little money and referred a few friends and made him $1,200 more a year. You know, very easily made him $1,200 a year just by referring a couple of people here and there. So anyway, guys, I wanted to tell you about that because that rubbed me the wrong way. Any other questions?
Thank you, Robin. Okay, let's go with Dallas Harold. He's been waiting for quite a moment here. Harold, oh, actually, Harold, one more time, sir. I'm going to jump down and grab the Browns. They were next in line here. Are you there? Let's try that one more time.
Yes, we're here. Can you hear us?
There we go. Go right ahead.
Okay, how you doing, Troy?
I'm doing good.
Okay, you're here with the Browns, Lawrence Brown, and my lovely wife, Monica Brown. We wanted to let you know that we see your vision. We're with you, not 100%, but 200%. Short background is that we have our corporation, and under our S corporation, we have a plethora of doing business as, and one of those doing business as is a credit solutions and wealth building company. And so what you're doing and what we're doing fit together like a hand in a glove. We're with you 100%. We're also real estate professionals in California and here in Nevada. We're located out of Las Vegas, and we're also real estate professionals in both those states. And so I said that to say we have a very large sphere of influence, and we are selling as a part of everything that we're doing, Ztegrity. So let me be clear about that. We're selling Ztegrity as a part of everything that we got going on to our clients. Our clients are very knowledgeable when it comes to credit things. So the only issues that they had or the only questions they had, you've basically hit upon tonight. And the main one was, we know we have Equifax, and we know those others will be on board shortly. And so we've been in conversation with them about that. And so we look forward to the time that we're reporting to all three of the agencies. And their question was whether that's reporting to FICO or Advantage. So one of our clients had that question. And then the other thing you hit upon, you went back and covered it as well, about how we can do the credit card through the website, where we can get a credit card processor that we don't blow up they we don't blow up their thing. And with that, but other than that, we understand everything that you're doing. We've looked at everything in California on our motto for our S corporation. It says, where knowledge and wisdom has power. That's our motto that's registered with the state of California, where knowledge and wisdom has power. So believe me, we've done all the research that can be done on what you're doing. We're with you, and we just look forward to going forward, positively going forward with our clients. You're doing a great job.
The people I love the most is the people that call me up and say, you know what, for the past 2-3 days, I didn't research you like crazy. Okay? That's the ones that I like. Because see, only through that due diligence can you find out who you're dealing with. Tell you another way you can tell what kind of person you're dealing with.
Right.
Wait till something goes wrong. Okay? It's easy. Business is easy. Oh my God, it's so wonderful and so lovely and everything. Well, everything's going fine. Okay? But when something goes wrong, that's when you find out what kind of person you're really dealing with.
Absolutely.
And so that's when you really want to see me at my best, watch me when something go wrong.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's when you find out who you really got. That's when that Elon Musk side come out that you don't know about yet.
Yes, sir.
glimpse of here or there. All right, but trust me, you know, it's in there. So when there's something go wrong, watch me go to work. You've seen nothing like it. Okay.
Hey, I would advise people not to bet against you.
Don't bet against me. You should know. I'm relentless. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit.
We just wanted to show you some love and let you know that we with you, brother. Keep up the good work. We watching it and we with you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Lawrence. Monica, nice to meet you both. Let's go jump over and grab Harold, who's been eternally patient here. Harold, are you with us, sir?
Yes, sir. And I got enough patience to last for the next 50. How long you going to be in this business there, Troy?
As long as I can.
Hey, guys. Harold Heineman here in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. And I can attest to a whole lot of things that Troy is saying right now. And if you bring something to the company that he thinks will work, he won't hesitate to get it involved. And I can attest to that because I brought in that automobile program, and it wasn't very long before he had that in place and working. So if he sees it, it's gone. It's out the door. But my main thing is that, I was watching a program the other night talking about what Abraham Lincoln did after slavery, that he wanted to give all the slaves 40 acres and a mule.
Mm-hmm, children.
Okay, and so Andrew Johnson, who succeeded after Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, said, heck no, we ain't gonna do that. So what did they do? They went and opened up the Freedom Bank. The Freedom Bank, still in operation today. And I was thinking, man, if Troy had been around when Abraham, I don't know, you might have been around back there when Abraham.
I might have been.
If Troy had been in place and lined up to take control of the Freedom Bank, where would we be today? Where would we be today? Because see, I'm sorry, our people didn't know nothing about banks. That's why Andrew Johnson came in and took the 40 acres and a mule away from them and said, okay, give them something they don't know nothing about, and gave them the Freedom Bank. And it had some money deposited in it, but nothing close to what it's going to be, what it could have been had Troy Mason been in place there. So I thought about that the other day when I seen that system that they did after slavery, and said, Mr. Bill, I don't know if he's on the line or not, but Mr. Bill made a statement on one of the calls one night that, hey, who thought of this? Troy Mason did down in Houston, Texas. He said, this is the third leg of the civil rights movement. I said, what do you mean, Mr. Bill? Well, the first leg was freedom. And the second leg was the right to vote. And the third leg was economic development. And that's exactly what this program is all about. Now, we can talk about cards, we can talk about this. And I remember some of my first conversations was all about education and how money works and how the banks work and what the banks do with your money when you go running down there every Friday with it. And they make millions and millions and millions of dollars off your money, but they don't give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now we got a place to take our money, and we've got a place to go out and bring other folks in and show them where they can put their money. And not only we got a good place to put the money, but you're spreading the wealth. You're dividing the wealth. And we can spread that wealth and divide that wealth amongst our peers. Boy, ain't nothing they can do to stop us. Nothing. And that's the big scare that most people have in this country, is they're afraid we're going to learn how money works. And money works when you can get everybody going down the same road just like they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I think that needs to be part of our education over here, is to show people exactly. I'm going to show you a card. Yeah, I can show you a card, and I can show you how to get your credit together, and I can show you how to do this and that and the other. And I was in credit repair one time, and I got so frustrated with your work with these people in order to get their credit together, and it's not going to be very long after that. They still back in the same shape they were because it was education. You got to understand what the credit thing. I can't get your credit back to your 740, 830, and then a month later you back to where you were before we started because you didn't get the education that goes along with it. But then when we first started talking, you told me, you said, Harold, this is about educating people as how banks work, how money works, how money can do this and do that to you, how the big example in 2007, 2008, when the housing industry collapsed and Barack Obama gave all that money to the bankers, what they do with it? They went down and deposited that money in the bank and got loans on it. Well, you can do that if you know how money works. Everybody was raising sand about it and Occupy Wall Street. All those guys went to jail. And where did the bankers go? They went to the bank with their money. So it is a great opportunity to get people to understand how this system works. Yeah, the card is great. I mean, if you had to put a recorder in the card that sang a song every time you dropped it on the floor. Pick me up if you can. Take me to the next bank if you can, but you couldn't. So what you did, you made that bank card talk. You made it ring. You drop it on, like I tell all the people, and every time when I talk about this card, I go in a bank and I try to find banks got carpets all over the place. So I try to find a place on the floor that there's a doggone, a little spot that has concrete on the floor. And I throw that card up about 6 feet in the air and let it come down. Everybody in the bank turns their head, want to know what's going on. So we got the right product, we got the right time, and all we need to know is let people know where they are standing in this black card business.
Right. We've been bamboozled, and I speak, I don't really speak from a race perspective. I speak from an economic perspective, okay? Because you have your haves and your have-nots, okay? And I'm telling you, I've seen this with my own eyes. When I look, again, being a software developer, okay, when I looked at the Metro 2 software, which is what we have to use in order to upload the information to the credit bureau, you can tell what a software is designed to do once you see the software, okay? You can tell what it's designed. I can tell very easily what it was designed naturally to do. And what I'm here to tell you is that this software is designed to create second-class citizens and third-class citizens. That's what it's designed to do. And so think about this for a minute. I mean, just really think about it, all right? If I wanted to take you down a notch, okay, and I'm here, but I don't want you here with me. I want you down here somewhere, all right? I don't want you up here with me, all right? This software, this credit stuff is the thing that will make you, put you down here, okay? I'm telling you. So man, we have got to teach. We got to teach everybody that, boy, they are looking for ways to ding you any which way they possibly can, okay? And one thing we know, I know for sure, is that if your income, your expenses is based on a monthly pay system, okay? Your entire life and existence based on monthly pay. Every month, there's going to be some reoccurring situation that's going to cost you money every single month. And it's automatic pilot. It don't matter if you're sick, if you're out of the country, if you're traveling, if you at work, at home, sleep, don't matter. Every month, that bill, this cycle is going to come around to take money from you. If you don't take time to set up a residual type income so that every month, no matter whether you're sleeping, tired, sick, hurt, mad, on vacation, whatever, that money is coming in like that, it's going to be a time, hear me out, in which you fall short from your daily grind falls short, and that monthly is going strong, and it's going to ding you, okay? And when they ding you, they take you down and move you down in economic status down the ladder, okay? They move you down the ladder. Believe me, trust me, you move too far down the ladder, you can't get a car, you can't get a house, you can't get, you know, a job. I mean, it's all, you can't get insurance. So you got to walk up this ladder and handle your business and set up a situation. Remember, handling your business does not only mean that you have the money today so you take care of it. Handling your business means that you position yourself so that if something happens down the road, you got income coming in, you know, that can cover you. I mean, right now, one of my best feelings I have in this world is as I got people right now that they didn't do nothing this week, okay? They didn't bring in no new person, nothing like that, but guess what? At the end of the week, they put in a request for money. And they got it. They earned some money. Okay? It's not because of work they did this week. It's because of work they did 6 months ago. Okay? A year ago. That they get this money today. That's a powerful thing. Okay? It's a powerful thing, guys. So let's not, you know, we just got to go to work. We got the best product there is. We got to just let people know it's available. It's going to catch on fire. That boss toss, that ain't no joke, guys. That's going to be on TV and everywhere else, okay? And so when it is, you got to be in position. You're in the front of that deal to make out like a bandit. So, again, we're sitting in a really good position here. So just want everybody to know. Any other questions?
Thank you very much, Troy. That was excellent. Thank you very much, Harold. Let's jump over and grab, I hope I'm saying this right, Najia.
Mm-hmm.
Are you there? Najia, are you with us? Let's try that one more time.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Mr. Mason, it's just a pleasure meeting you. I really don't have a question. I've been in the group for a while. My upline is Larry Christian. He is an amazing person. I do want to tell you I had to fight my way into Ztegrity because the first person who introduced me to the company, he was in another country, and he found out that his country was not able to sign up. So I had to find an invite code. And I was asking and asking, so I decided to get him to add me to the Ztegrity group. And then I just say, hey, I need to come into the group. I need to come into the company. And so he responded back. And so ever since then, I've been so grateful. We've been running. When I look at you, I look at you as a Harriet Tubman for the people, of friend to friend, because it's by invite, you know. And some people, they want to come out of slavery, financial slavery, and some people don't. You know, I notice when I'm talking to people, I see some people like, well, how is this possible? When is this possible? And, you know, when you go on friend to friend, like, we trying to get you out. This is a window of opportunity. Let's go, you know. And it's just, I'm just excited about I'm excited about the fact that you care about other people. And this is not about just, I made my way, and so y'all find y'all way. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know if you remember this movie, and I can't remember the actual lead person, but it was called In Time. And they actually had like minutes on their arm, and that the time would run out. And so they had to either go to a timekeeper or do work, and they couldn't cross certain barriers based on they didn't have enough time to pay, because they're making a way for people to ever had the chance to carry in all their life. Before I joined Ztegrity, I really didn't care about my credit. When I was young, my credit was tore up. By the time I really knew what credit was, it was tore up. I didn't care about my credit. I learned to work around the system by buying things straight for cash, or I was buying things through layaway. And I never really cared about my credit worthiness. But then looking at the bright side of it in a different way of the residual income and how things, that I began to look at it in a different light. So I just said all of that to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Me and my husband are both looking forward. We are actually looking to even buying property. We're building a house this year, all these other things. And it was based on us getting our credit together, looking at it, taking a different thing, and being able to have the residual income. So we're grateful to you. We're so excited about you. We celebrating you. And we also got your name at the prayer list at the that they get the head, the body gonna fall. So we keep.
Okay, I sure need it. So, well, we appreciate you and what you guys are doing there. Like I said, we just got to get the word out. You know, we just got to get the word out. This is like I said, it's bigger than me and bigger than any one person. And I think, like I said, at the end of the day, we can help a lot of people. I don't believe we can. Everybody's not going to go on this trip with us. Everybody's not going to go. That's just the way it is. I told Fiona that years ago. No matter what, we can lay it out to them as beautiful as you can be, and they're just going to look at it and say no. That's just the way it is. We can't not worry. We just have to find as many as we can that, understand and will stand with us and move forward, okay? And that's all we can do. Bottom line is, at the end of the day, I believe that everybody that's listening to this call right now can become wealthy with what we're doing. I didn't say make a bunch of money. I didn't say get rich. I think it's some real wealth here. I think it's generational wealth here, But we ain't gonna get it like by sitting around. We ain't done nothing yet, okay? We ain't done nothing yet. We got a long way to go. So we got to just keep working. And one day we'll look up and go, wow, how did we get here? And that's how this is going to play out, man. I mean, we don't even know who we are as a company yet. We think we know, but we don't know everything. This thing is progressing. Like I said, I went and bought Ztegrity Bank because who knows? We may be the next big bank, world bank. Who knows where this goes? It started right here. So that's what we're saying, guys. We just got to go to work and do what we got to do, and I think we'll be fine.
Excellent. Najee, that was a great movie, by the way, End Times. That was a really, really good show. And the reference with Miss Harriet Tubman, a huge, enormous compliment. Very, very nice. Thank you. Okay, let's go with Malcolm.
Hello?
You available? Yes, go ahead.
My question is the red bottom card, and I was hearing that it's coming out soon. Which one is it? Is it going to be the black with the red bottom shoe, or is it going to be the red card? Mr. Mason, did you hear me?
We can hear you, Malcolm. You might want to move a little closer to your microphone, but I think we got most of it. You're asking if it's going to be the red bottom shoes versus the black bottom shoes on the card selections. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
I didn't understand the question.
Okay. My question is, you're coming out with a new card, the red bottom card. I want to know which one it is and when exactly will it, be posted on the website.
Did you hear that, Troy?
I couldn't repeat it.
Okay, he's asking on the new card that's coming out, whether it's the red bottom shoes or the black bottom shoes, when the card will be produced and available on the website.
Say it one more time, Dean.
Okay, he's asking about the red bottom shoes versus the black bottom shoes on the new development on the card, and when the card will be produced and available on the website.
Oh, it should be up hopefully tomorrow. We should have the red bottom shoes up tomorrow.
On the website?
On the website, yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
When you mentioned self-lender, I also have a self-lender account, and self-lender is actually more of a what I want to say, installment type situation, and I know that you'll get more points if it's a revolving situation. So when I seen the ZBlackcard, I was like, oh, I'm in already. I'm like, it wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because like I said, I knew that was going to do something, and then trying to buy a trade line is expensive, and you only get to keep it about a month. And this way you can have this, like you say, as long as you are loyal to the card the card will be loyal to you. And that's all I had to say.
Very good. Thank you, Malcolm. That's true. If you're loyal to this card company will definitely reward you in the process, on the beginning, the middle, and the end, and all the way through. So thank you very much for your comment, sir. Okay, let's go ahead and go next with Mr. Roe Fisher. Roe, are you available, sir?
I am, Dean and Mr. Mason. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Well, Mr. Mason, as always, it's a pleasure and honor to speak with you. And, you know, I'm happy to say that we are ZBlackcard holder number 24 in the company. So very, very, very proud of that fact, to be the 24th person to ever receive a ZBlackcard. So super excited about that. And then I do have a question, but I wanted to make a comment. You were saying about, you know, there's going to be a lot of money made, and you don't want to tell people that they're going to get wealthy. Well, I'm not scared to say it. There's going to be a lot of people involved in this company and opportunity that will see a tremendous amount of prosperity that comes from behind what we're doing here. And, you know, with just a little bit of faith and a little bit of determination and a little bit of work ethic, you can really create something powerful that will free you financially and also improve your credit situation. So super excited to be a part of that. But my question is it possible, or you know, I know your time is very limited, but would you be willing to do a founders call maybe on a weekly or bi-weekly basis so that we could kind of do a roundtable with people who are in the field, who really put some effort into building the organization? And
Yes, but it won't be a founders call. It's going to be the next club I put together. My A team, my Warriors. That's
okay.
why I do that with. To put that into place, I had to get my the payment processor deal done, you know, so that we can wrap up a lot of loose ends, because we got a lot of loose ends out here that we got to wrap up, and the payment processor is the key to doing it. So hopefully as soon as we get all that done, then we can start focusing on, cause see, what you guys don't know is we have tons and tons of people, leads that come into every day, come to the website. And we're going to set it up so that those leads become available to the people who to the go-getters. Because we don't want somebody who has not shown the ability to market or sell or even have an understanding of the product. We're not going to shoot people your way, because when they're going to ask you questions, you don't even know how to log into your back office, you know? So at the end of the day, we're going to take the people who really want to perform with this company and show that they have the aptitude and understand the business model. We have tons and tons of people every day that come in that they send messages that they're looking for a sponsor and stuff like that. Every day, tons of them. We stockpiled, and I probably got a list of a few hundred people right now that's looking for sponsors. I do. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Ro. I don't know if hopefully you must have remuted yourself. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. Thank you so much for your comments, and hello to you and your beautiful wife in hot Las Vegas, Nevada. And if you need anything further, Ro, just go ahead and raise your hand right back up. Mr. Mason, we're about 8 minutes from the top of the hour. I don't know what kind of time frame you've got. We've got quite a few more hands up here. Would you like to take just a few more questions? Yeah.
Let's run to the top of the hour, and then we'll call it, a night.
Okay, very good. Let's go next with an individual. I don't know if we've ever had the chance and the pleasure of meeting. Oops. Let me see if I can go find him again, or her. Bear with me one moment. Okay. I know this person as just Dot. Occasionally when we're on the calls, I just call them Dot because all I've ever seen next to their name is just a period. And your hand was inadvertently lowered here via the system as I was scrolling through. So if you go ahead and put your hand back up, I'll definitely make sure we come back and grab you. In the meantime, though, we're going to go down to Mr. Jeff Trills, who is next by order of appearance. Jeff, are you available, sir?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Clearly. Welcome.
Oh, Mr. Mason, you the man. Dean, you the man. Z Elite team is off the crazy and Team Real is just off the chain. One, thank you for the customer service. I'm telling you right now, that is a game changer, my brother. I am super excited about the customer service. It already changed my life and my team's life. So I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited about the merchant account going on. You said Monday, right? It should be in effect Monday?
We're trying. We're pushing hard for it, yeah.
How will we know when it's on? I mean, I know it's probably because, like, you know, cause we're teaching our team is two-step process, look out for the invoice. So how do we know?
Yeah,
how will we know?
I'll try to send out a text message to everybody, let them know. But you'll know, you know, it'll be pretty evident when it's up. Yeah. And it's going to be for an upgrade in the back office, too. So, you know, if somebody already on board, there'll be an upgrade button in the back office and a purchase button, too. So if they just want to go purchase something, so you'll see some buttons, extra buttons in the back office. And I'll let you know that it's up. And then I'll post it also in the news section in the back office.
Okay. Also, a lot of people want to use their commissions to pay their monthlies. Also, in regards to the monthlies, are you going to be able to pick it off the card every month? So we want to worry about looking for an invoice. How would those things?
Absolutely, that's a part of it. Absolutely, yeah.
So okay, so we'll know that we can use our commission to go pay for monthly, or use our commissions, you know, and it'll take care like that.
That is correct. That's correct.
Or we can, or it's gonna, cause I know I want to have everybody that get a card to use the card. So
well, it's gonna be mandatory actually to use the card.
Perfect.
Have, you know, so many cards out. It's some people haven't activated it. And it's not acceptable. I have all these cards activated, and so we were, you know, doing some stuff there with the card that I'll make, you know, known to you guys probably here the next 30 days, because we got a couple of deals on the table that we're looking at with our card. So I'll be, you know, I'll let you guys know as we get further into it.
Okay. Now in the custom, I have a lot of people that want to do custom orders, right? Is that something that we can do as right now? And when and if we can, how do once they order their custom cards, right? How can they go on and order? How can they have people go on and order their cards? You know, what's the process of the custom card once it's ordered inside of your office? How can their clients go order their custom cards and still have the features that we have in regards to the credit booster and so forth like that? Do they get their own simple website? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, it's probably going to be an upgrade in the back office for them to do that. In other words, they make the initial purchase on the Ztegrity website for the card. Then once they have the card, they can go in and do the upgrade, and that'll be a part of the upgrade. You know,
so
stuff like that.
Right. So I'm saying, like, let's say I got my website. Somebody want to come on my website. They want to do the custom order, because as of right now, the custom order style, there's no way for them to sign up for the custom order and it be tied to me. It's just like call a number, you know, for custom order.
No. They got to first sign up, even as an affiliate or a free affiliate or whatever. And they got to sign up and be in our system in order to order a custom order to begin with. They got to be in the system. Okay, even though we're taking a payment direct right now.
Right.
But for right now, just contact me directly. We'll do it. And then we'll get that worked out, custom order, so that, you know, eventually it'll be, you know, hands-free. But, you know, we have a little ways to go. We got a couple of things in the front of that.
Right. So right now, we tell them we can still do custom orders right now? Meaning if somebody wants to do...
You know, we're putting custom orders every week.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, because I have a couple of credit repair people like one of my top guys, Jerome, and he wants to do a custom order with his cards, his cards. And so once they get the cards, they just want to know what's the process after they got their card, and they want people to order from them. Are they ordering from the what are they ordering from the ZBlackcard site, or are they ordering from
they just go online, go to Ztegrity and click order now. That's where we have the custom card orders are. They get to set the price of their card and go to Ztegrity and order it on that website.
So it'll say look for that person's name and they order their card?
Yeah. If you look at the list, go to ztegrity.com right now, click on order now. Or you're going to see his custom cards over there.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, champion. I appreciate you.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate your energy, my friend. All right. We're going to go ahead. Wilhelmina, you are the next in line. I'm going to come down and unmute you. We'll probably go ahead and wrap with your call for the evening. And Wilhelmina, are you available?
I am here, Dean. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Want to give a shout out to Mr. Mason. I want to give a shout out to my flight captain, Dean Hart, and also to my sponsor, Jeffrey Trios. Now, I just want to make a statement, first of all, that Ztegrity is my lifetime gift. Ztegrity is my destiny. And also, loyalty is my choice. Now, I received confirmation to this by way of my membership number. My birth date is my actual membership number, 2210. So how many members can say that their actual birth date is their membership number? So I'm locked in, Mr. Mason.
Wow.
Also too, I have one question. Will Ztegrity be getting an app?
Oh, shoot. Okay, one thing at a time.
Okay.
Payment processor is on the board now. Okay, that right now. So, I like I said, we don't know where this thing is going. I mean, this thing is, I can definitely see us with our own app, maybe even, like I say, own bank down the road. Who knows? But,
okay.
This is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Very interesting. So, very, very interesting. There's another deal on the table that I'm looking at that's a game changer, total game changer here. It'll change our business model a little bit. And what I mean by change it, I guess it should be, it'll make it even more, give us more flexibility in the marketplace. So, so we'll see. We'll see. But the bottom line is, as far as the app, who knows?
And my husband, my husband told me to tell you hello.
I'm going to say hello.
Okay.
All right, guys. We appreciate everything you guys have done. And I just wanted to come in today to provide y'all with this update. And so hopefully it was helpful so that, we can get the right information out, let people know that may be trying to figure out what we're doing and guessing all over the place so they can get a better idea that ain't nothing, all we did was grab all the stuff that already exists. We ain't doing nothing that is not happening somewhere else already. We're just taking it, bringing it all together under one umbrella. That's all. So people think it's some sorcery going on when we hear something. Let them know it's been right in front of their face the whole time. They just couldn't see it. Yeah.
Very good. Well, Mr. Mason, I just want to say thank you. And what you're representing here is just good, clean, honest business. We appreciate your transparency more than you could possibly ever realize. I'd just like to say thanks to all of our people that were able to get in questions tonight. I realize that Chris and Charmaine, you still have questions. Feel free to reach out to us via our proper channels to have those questions answered if it's not something that we're able to field this evening. Thank you to Stefan, Harold, Xavier, Tanya, Lawrence and Monica. Pleasure to meet you folks. Robin, Malcolm, Najia, Ro, Jeff, Wilhelmina, thank you so much. And Mr. Mason, thank you and your team right there in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm assuming that's where you're at, Fort Lauderdale. And just want to say thank you again. Thank you to Larry Christian, by the way, excellent resource. I really appreciate everything that he's put forth and just all of your time and your efforts on this. We will be back here again tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific. Feel free to join us on our Facebook group, Ztegrity.info. You can also join our text club, ztegrity.info/text. And we will definitely have this broadcast up later this evening on debitcardtv.com for everybody to review at their leisure. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and unmute the lines, and we will boss toss our way out for the evening. Mr. Mason, thank you again, sir. All right, everybody.
Cleveland, Ohio, Charles E. Bibb Sr. Harold, good job. Mr. Mason, thank you.
Las Vegas.
Good night, everybody. Be back again tomorrow evening. Good night, y'all.